Sarvavedanta Siddhante Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Okay, go to verse number 10. Sanyasya sarvakarmani bhavabandha vimuktaye yatyatam panditei dhiraihi atma vyasa upastitei. The verse before we saw that Uddharet Atmanatmanam. May you lift yourself by yourself. Natmanam abasadait. It comes in Bhagavad Gita. The first half, the Uddharet Atmanatmanam. Natmanam abasadait. Never ever look down upon yourself. This is where comes the brightness, brilliance, sensitivity of a student. In fact, of a human being. Because animals cannot show this type of extraordinary intelligence where the animal shall ever be aware of its own bondage or suffering. Like animals will never get together, that is a summer time, and we should have an air conditioning. There is a possibility of a flood or a drought, and therefore let us keep some food for later date. Or one day I shall die. These things do not exist for animals. They live for the moment. That is why in Sanskrit, the name for the animal is Pashu. Pashu means Pashyati, who only sees, but never learns from experience, who experiences, sees, hears, tastes, touch, smells, but never learns from his experience. One who does not learn from his experience is a Pashu, animal. That is why, as a human being, you have got all the rights to commit mistake. But if you continue to repeat it, you are an animal. That is the only difference. The dog will repeat his mistake. Animals will repeat their mistake, but no animals ever learn from his experience. But Vivekachudamani, it will come. We will see that later on. Just one example I will give is like a fish. You throw the bait, it will bite it, you can catch it and bring it up. But once you bring it up, cut his fin and throw back, again another 15 minutes after, the same fish will bite. Because you don't learn from his experience that this food which is hanging, if I bite it, I will be cut. The fish will never learn. So that is the difference between a Pasu and a human being, Manushya. So if a Manushya, if a human being commits a mistake, there is nothing wrong. But if you commit the same mistake again, you are animal. Reading that point, please. So, Atmanam Atmana Uddharet. May you lift yourself by yourself. And what is that you shall do? At no time you should be helpless about the sufferings in life. Why is it I am miserable? Why is it after getting all the experiences of every kind, listening to so many varieties of sound, touching so many things, eating so many varieties of taste, tasting all this food, seeing so many places, gathering all types of exotic experiences, why is it that at the end I am still not happy? Why am I looking for it again and again? This is what the person must learn from his experience. Like people look for security. If 1 rupee cannot give you security, 1 million cannot give, 1 billion cannot give. Rather, what the person should appreciate is, whatever becomes the cause of my security, that shall be my insecurity. Therefore, I really cannot find security in any object or anything or any person, because any object of security becomes source of insecurity. To appreciate that, you must have tremendous intelligence. Because what I consider as the cause of my security, whatever may be the cause of my security, that shall be my cause of insecurity. That is why the person whom you love, you adore, is the same person you shall be always afraid, because if she goes away, if he goes away. The one who, are you getting that? One who gives you security, one who gives you love, one who provides you affection, and therefore some type of a semblance of stability in life, you shall be afraid of that person, because if she goes away, if he dies away, he runs away with somebody, you will be finished. Please appreciate. That is why when people in the name of religion, they give up and find security in their guru, they are replacing one mistake with another. One gives up the physics, now holds on to the scripture. Previously was proud of physics, now is proud of scripture. Stupid. You understand the point, please? You cannot hold on to something, you cannot depend upon something to be independent. It's a contradiction in terms. Are you getting that? You cannot depend to be independent. Very simple. Independence means independence. That is why people who are arrogant, they say what? Oh, I'm a self-made man, I'm a free man, I don't depend on anybody. I have my own bank balance, and that is the trouble. You say you don't depend on anybody, but you depend on your bank balance, right? I don't depend on anybody, I have my own job, I see. The job goes away, you'll be in the street. Your money is siphoned out, literally cyber crime. One stroke of a key, you are out. The entire money is transferred to another account. You are destroyed. Finished. Understand, please. So by depending, I can't be independent. So what shall I do? Shall I go on experimenting in life? Job to job, money to money, friend to friend, lover to lover, beloved to beloved, husband to husband, wife to wife, jumping from relation to relationship, job to job, house to house, car to car, changing. How many times you shall change everything in life? In today's world, we think that is adventurousness and that is life. Changing your job, changing the spouse, changing the car, changing the guru, changing the gods, changing religions. Nothing will solve the problem until you touch yourself. The Atmanam Uddharet. You better touch yourself. Are you getting that point, please? That is why that knowledge is knowledge which throws you back onto yourself. That teacher is teacher who throws you back onto yourself. That religion is religion which really throws you back onto yourself. That education is education which throws you back onto yourself. Because depending on one's own self is not a dependence. Because you are there for yourself at all times, all places, all conditions. You can depend on the physical body. Youth shall pass. If you say dawn is the most beautiful time, you shall be happy for half an hour. With the dawn will pass. If the youth is the most beautiful time, you shall be so miserable the rest of your life. No. I am a timeless youth. I enjoy the timeless youth. That is myself, ever existent. And that has to be discovered. So you go on to yourself. Atmanam uddharet. You come back to yourself. Okay. In order to know that, what should I do? Sanyasya sarvakarmani bhavabandha vimuktaye yattetam Bhavabandha vimuktaye. In order to listen carefully the statement, Bhavabandha vimuktaye. In order to be freed, vimuktaye, vimukti, free. In order to be freed from bhavabandha, the bondage of the creation. Listen carefully. One concept, if you grasp, friends, you don't have to go to million words. But don't take it vaguely and repeat like mindlessly. No. Everybody repeats. What is that? Bhavabandha, samsara bandha. Samsara is dukkham. The creation is a source of pain. The existence is a mystery. Bhava, there is a bondage in this universe. No. Creation doesn't bind you. You get bound by the creation. You get yourself tied down to the creation, right or wrong. Does the gold hold on to you or you hold on to the gold? You call yourself householder. Take that example again. I am a flower holder now, right? What is this? Is a flower? I am holding the flower. What is simple English you take? What is holder? Holder means one who holds is a holder, right? One who holds is a holder. So if I hold a flower, I am flower holder. Okay? Acha. Why am I flower holder? Because I can drop the flower as I like. I am holding the flower, no. Why do I say I am holding the flower? Because I can drop it as I like. I am the flower holder, so I drop the flower as I like. But suppose I cannot drop the flower, I am flower holder or flower held? I am holding the flower or held by the flower? If I cannot drop it, I am held by the flower. Okay? Now, if you say you are a householder, you should hold the house. So what does it mean? You should drop the house when you want. If you cannot drop it, are you householder or householder? Are you getting that point, please? If you think you are relating to somebody or something, you should be able to drop it as you like it. If you can't drop it, are you related? Are you relating or you are obsessed? So who creates your bondage? Object creates your bondage or you create your bondage? Who? Are you really getting that point? So don't say samsara dukkham. That is the tiring, absolutely exhausting, tiring, mindless nonsense you listen in the name of discourses. For God's sake, never ever brand this innocent universe as a criminal. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this universe. See these crickets, the birds, for whom they are singing, the lovely dawn, the silence, the mountain, the rain, the coolness. Are they source of bondage or freedom? Nothing. Are they there to entertain you? Are they entertaining you or they are just singing? If you say, I like it, I want them to sing all the time, then you are stupid. If they sing, wonderful. Don't sing, wonderful. Possibilities are there in the universe. Oh, I love trees, plant it. Because everywhere, every plant will not be there. You love trees, plant trees. Organize your life. You cannot ever blame the creation. You cannot blame anybody in this universe for your misery because you are creating your bondage. So bhavabandha, when you say the bondage, you create. Like that story I have already told you. The person holding on to the tree and shouting, the tree is not leaving me, the tree is not leaving me. And the other person comes and says, how can you say tree is not leaving you? You are holding on to the tree. And the teacher told the same thing, the student, and same thing I have to tell you. How do you say that samsara, the world is not leaving me? The The world is not leaving you, or you are not leaving the world, you are holding on to the world. Which part of the world has held on to you? Does the gold hold on to you? Does the house grab you? Does the car hold on to you? Or you hold on to the car, you hold on to the relationship, you hold on to everything. This much if you understand, what should you snap? Your dependence you snap. You don't snap the object. Are you getting that point, please? You do not dismiss the object. You snap your dependence. When sometimes life forces you to snap a dependence, you get fed up of something, you cut it off. The moment you cut it off inside, oh my God, suddenly relief. The same object is there. You don't love him anymore. Have you not seen it happening in your life? At one time you are so obsessed with an object, a man or woman. It may be gold, it may be diamond. You are so obsessed with the object. Suddenly one day you discover too much a price to pay for that man. No more. Got it. And suddenly it snaps. And once it snaps, what happens? That is why you can see in many marriages, long-term relationship especially, you live together, but that attraction is no more there. It is gone, finished. In a friendship, in a relationship, you know each other, but that pull, that push that was there is gone. No more you are bothered by it. If it is there, fine. Not there, also fine. That is why in the beginning of relationship, you are like a hawk, you are watching each other. Where she is looking, where he is looking, where she is going, where is he going. After a few years, where is he going? I don't know, let her come. I don't know, let him come. He's gone somewhere. Why? Because it snaps. The dependence completely goes away. And suddenly, you are no more bothered. So what happens inside? For your freedom, shall you cut off the universe or shall you cut off your dependence? Just cut off your dependence. Bhava-bandha vimukti. Are you getting that? Language is so huge. Bhava-bandha vimukti. The bondage of the creation. As though the whole creation is binding you. No, just one thread from your side. The hydrogen-filled balloon is continuously struggling to go up, but is tied down by a rope to a stick or to a stone on the ground. Is it necessary to push it to go up? Just snap the rope. You don't have to push it, it takes off. Because by nature it flies. Are you getting that? Because it's helium gas. So by nature it will go up. If it is tied down to the ground, it is not because it wants to be tied down. There is a little rope. The moment you snap that rope, you don't have to push it. It automatically takes off. When you snap your dependence, you don't have to fly to freedom. You are already free, you are flying. Just cut that dependence. Are you getting that point, please? What is the dependence? False knowledge. Seeing things which are not there. That is why yathartha jnana will come, sir. Bhavavandha being sannyast. What you should do? Sarva karmani sannyasya. Completely give up all action. That's what exactly I wanted. I wanted to be lazy bone. Nothing like that. That's why I come to ashram. Every action you stop except eating food. So that you have the biggest stomach, you go into the competition, bigger stomach competition, fatness competition, right? Mahadeva. No. Sarva karmani sannyasya. Please understand, friends. Those type of action you should give up, where previously you are looking for happiness as a result of that action. Previously I was listening to the music to be happy. Now I listen to music for its own sake, knowing happiness is not there, but in myself. Are you getting that point, please? Action for action's sake. no more for happiness sake. Are you getting that? I have a nice house, I have to have a house. Why? Because I have to live in a house. When it is summer, winter, rain, how am I going to protect myself? So I need a house. But don't say, by living in that house I shall be happy. That will never happen. That will not happen. Or making the house better, I shall be happier. That will not happen. Living in a palace, I will be happy. No, that will not happen. Therefore, don't say, why should I produce a palace? You better have it. Why? You will help other people too. You will give a job to so many people. I must have wealth at my disposal. Why? For my sustenance. Happiness? No. That is what I was telling you. Your motivation for producing wealth, your motivation for producing anything comes from comfort. I should be comfortable in life. Happiness is different from comfort. Your wealth, money, objects can give you comfort, but it will not give you happiness. In summertime, air conditioning room is a comfortable thing. But don't say air condition will make you happy. You can be very comfortable and comfortably miserable inside an air conditioned room. A very heavy, fancy car can make it very comfortable for a drive. But don't say it will make you happy. You can be the most beautiful car and most wonderfully miserable. You can have the best food and still be miserable. Your hunger is gone. Understand? Your hunger is gone. Hunger brings you discomfort. Food brings you comfort from the hunger. So you are now comfortable, but you are miserable. Do you know why? Because you are dreaming of one food, but you got another food. You are dreaming of, let us say, Thai food, but you got South Indian food. Then what happens? Your hunger is gone, but you are miserable. No good food. Are you getting that difference, please? You must see the difference. By getting a car, you have removed the inconvenience of traveling by foot. But you are miserable. Why? Only ordinary car, I don't have a fancy car. You understand the you understand that point. Unhappiness and comfort. You can be comfortable. The cold is there, you have covered yourself with a blanket. But no pasmina, you know. The dream of pasmina makes you unhappy. But the blanket covers you. For my marriage, she gave me a nice ring, or he gave me a nice ring. Beautiful. Now marriage I am secured, because in my finger the ring is there. But only one small ordinary gold band. Is not a platinum. Never gave the diamond. Connected you are, but miserable you are. Are you getting that point, please? How people get into the trouble. So your motivation in life is comfort. I work for comfort. Happiness I must find in myself. So you do not give up any, when you say sarva karmani sannyasya, giving up those type of action where you are waiting for, looking for happiness as the result of that action. Now I act because I have to act. I earn money, I do things, I run, I keep myself healthy, good food. Why? So that physically I am comfortable. But that will not bring me happiness. Such actions I have stopped. Or else people take it literally and they go under a tree or go into a cave or join some ashram and do what? Nothing. You know, the person feels he is great. Laziness, for God's sake. Laziness, inactivity, mental, intellectual lethargy should never be interpreted as some type of a fulfillment. Then you shall be destroying yourself. Neither you shall be physically comfortable, nor shall you be intellectually bright. Please, you must see things clearly. So, yatyatam panditi idire atma abhyasa upastite. So, may you, by giving up all actions, meaning, for my sustenance I am acting. That is why when you come to an ashram or come to a place to learn these things, what are your activities? only for sustenance. Food, just simple existence. So that time is not spent on gathering 100 different things, 100 pairs of dresses, 200 pairs of specs, goggles, shoes. No, just 2 pairs of clothes, that's good enough. Or few things are there at my disposal. So I don't have to think about 100 things. Food, rice, rasam is there, idli, sambar is there, when you are, because you have come for, when you are engaging yourself in the study, you have not come for the luxury, that attitude. So basic minimum, that which sustains me, fine. Once this sustenance is done, now I am looking for absolute immortality. In the world, what is happening is, once your sustenance is taken care of, now you are going to different varieties of clothes, different varieties of dress, thinking it will give me happiness. That is why it is a never-ending pursuit, like a mirage. You go on chasing a mirage, that different clothes, different food, different houses, different cars. No. If rice does not give me happiness, listen. If the rice doesn't give happiness, neither biryani will do it, nor idli will do it, nor idiyappam will do it, nor Chinese style, Italian style, American style, Australian style, Japanese style, Thai style. Rice is rice. If the rice doesn't solve my problem, any way it is prepared is not going to solve my problem. Basic. Are you getting that principle? The job of the clothes is to cover the body. If a simple piece of cloth which covers the body doesn't give me happiness, you can cover that simple piece of cloth with diamonds and gold. You can convert that simple piece of cloth into silken and pashmina and all that stuff. Job is done, covering the body. So that is not going to make you happy or unhappy. But people, how many billions they spend on designer clothes? Just think. And because the person chasing a mirage, perhaps with that I'll be happy. Soon you get tired of everything. Very soon you shall be tired of everything. Therefore, the basic one is taken care of. No more losing yourself in that elaboration and extension. Engage yourself in understanding yourself. Atma abhyasa upasti. Atma abhyasa means Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. May you listen about yourself, think about yourself, and see who you are. Okay, having told this, then go to the next verse. Please read. Why is it should I do? Please. Chittasya suddhaye karma natu vastu palabdhaye vastu siddhi vicharena nakinchit karma kotivihi chittasya suddhaye karma natu vastu palabdhaye vastu siddhi vicharena nakinchit karma kotivihi. Right. Yes. This particular verse you must remember for your life. Underline it, keep it at. Chittasya suddhaye karma natu vastu palabdhaye. Any action will help you to prepare your mind. No action shall give you the recognition of yourself. Atma vastu upalabdhaye. In order to know yourself, no action shall be helpful. But to prepare your mind, every action is helpful. You can see that point very clear. Remember the example yesterday I was giving you. The 10th man remembering the 10th man. I am looking for 10th man. I, the owner of the mala, looking for the owner of the mala. No action is going to help me. I am the owner. I want to be owner. I am the happiness. I want to be happy. That is what, see that point. I am the happiness, but I am looking for happiness. That is where you get so crazy in life. I have the car key in my hand, but I am looking for car key everywhere. Who shall help you? Tell me, come on. Just think. With the car key in your hand, you are looking for the car key. Some people go crazy like this, you know that? They'll reading like this, then they'll put it up. Then half an hour they'll be looking for the specs. Where is the specs? Oh my God, I don't know. I was just using it. How did it go? Because mentally, somehow it snaps inside your head. And when you are so desperately looking for specs, people shall laugh or cry. And you tell somebody, I'm really desperately looking for specs. Really? Now what the other person? Other person says it clearly. Shall he cry or shall he smile? Owner of the spec looking for the specs. Now what should you do to become the owner of the specs? Come on, take that example. What should you do? Meditate. No, I don't believe in these religious activities. I'm going to run around, a practical man, I'm going to run around the mountain. You will get the specs. You will become the owner of the specs. The moment you do something looking for it, you deny that you are the owner. If you don't look for it, you don't get it either. What a fork. This is the cruelest joke perpetrated on man. You know that? If you look for it, you deny it. If you don't look for it, you don't get it. Now what is the hell? In the secular people, the secular trend is look for it. Get the money, get the job, get the car, go around the world, get this, get that, then you shall be very happy. Looking for happiness, the fellow does everything. Most miserable people. Why? The more you get and you do not get happiness, more frustrated you are. That is why the poor man has dreams to dream. Rich man is totally frustrated because all dreams are finished. Just think, What shall you do? So secular person says, do everything. Okay, if you do, you deny that you are the happiness. Now the religious person says, give up everything. Sit down. If you don't do anything, you will get happy. Then that time what shall he say? With God's grace you will get it. With Guru's grace you will get it. Rubbish. With your grace you will get it. Not with God's grace or Guru's grace. Are you ready? What are you looking for? I'm tired of looking for it. It's nowhere around. So that is the time. If you are a person like that, no more you depend upon anything. No more you are looking for happiness outside. No dependence on anything. With that mind, you are already there with yourself. A teacher just points out. Tenopadishtertha samahitatma. Yesterday we saw that. Santam mahantam samupetya desikam tenopadishtartha samahitatma. Yesterday we saw that. Going to that teacher, tena upadishta, revealed by him. The Guru doesn't give it to you, reveals. That is why it is such a beautiful tradition. No Guru claims that I am the owner. This is what we have heard. Iti susruma purvesha. This is what my teacher said, his teacher said, his teacher said, his teacher said. Who is the first teacher? No human being, God himself. You don't believe in it, don't worry about it. But you understand the truth for yourself. If you do it, if you look for it, you are in trouble. That is why in secular world today there is so much of frustration. And religious world is totally unproductive. Why? You should not do anything. All right, if you don't do anything, what will happen? Of course, happiness you will not get. Even little bit this secularist getting, that also is gone. Are you getting that? If you act, you may not be happiness, but at least you will have some laddu, you will have some food, something produced. Naturally, the average intelligent person thinks secularism is more practical. We're simply sitting, what shall I get? True, nothing. But both shall be miserable. The secular person with his mind-boggling prosperity will be miserable. Religious person with his simple renunciation also will be miserable, waiting for some happiness, some God later on sometimes. That is why Upanishads, Vedas are not a religion. It's like eyes. Your eyes opens, you see the truth. If they reveal the truth for yourself, you are the happiness itself. So, very clearly says, so you cannot do anything. Then, so action is totally useless. No. Action is not useless. Vastu siddhi vicharena, please. Chittasya suddhaye karma natu vastu upalabdhaye. Now I'll give you a totally different dimension. Please watch it and see. Long before we are aware that I am the happiness, all that I'm looking for is myself, long before I do that, what has happened? From childhood, we have associated our little sensations with happiness. We have been working for happiness. I have listened to so many sounds and it has a sensation. I liked it. And whichever thing I liked it, I repeated it. Please see that. If you don't understand, raise your hand now, I'll explain it again. But you must understand. See how we get into the trap, you will know how to get out of it. The trap is, if the child is not at a trapped, if the child doesn't know anything, neither he knows he is free. He doesn't know he is bondage, he doesn't know he is bound, he has no sense of bondage, nor he has a sense of freedom. But what is immediate is perception. No child can escape perception. Are you getting that? No child can escape perception. Can he escape seeing, hearing, tasting, touching? He cannot. And the moment you start perceiving, please see this, the moment you start perceiving, you cannot escape sensation. When you listen to the sound, mummy's sound, baby, come here, very endearing. So mummy comes now, I'll go. Other person, get out. You will never go to him again. Why? It's a very terrible sound. Mummy comes and cuddles you. Your uncle or brother or sister cuddle you. You like them. Some fellow pulls you. You say, don't touch me. Why? Because you don't like being pulled. You like to be cuddled. Understand? You take the food. The food that you... Can you escape the taste while eating food? Anybody? While eating food, can you escape the taste? You cannot. The taste sensation, whichever one you like to repeat it. Can you breathe escaping the sensation of fragrance or stink? You have to breathe. Lovely rose comes along with it. Beautiful maramalli comes with it. Some lovely fragrance comes in. Ah, beautiful. You are breathing to keep yourself alive, but you can't escape the fragrance. Then whichever fragrance you like, you want to repeat it. Hey, what is that flower? Can I have one more? Oh, this jasmine, I love it. What is that? So, now what happens? You say, jasmine makes me happy. Sweet honey makes me happy. Laddu makes me happy. Until you are how many year old? 10, 12, 13-year-old, things make you happy. This music makes me happy. Mummy makes me happy. Are you getting that? This food makes me happy. Jasmine makes me happy. These toys make me happy. Until that the touch sensation you have not experienced. Touch sensation you experience, but it has not gone into the height by sexual awakening. Understand carefully. The moment you wake up to 13, 14, 15, 16, you are aware of the touch sensation which culminates in sex. What happens? Thereafter, every other thing is useless. Just think. Every other thing becomes useless. That is why when you fall in love, you hate your father, hate your mother, hate your brother, hate your sister, hate everybody, whoever prevents you from being with him or her. Just think. What is your happiness? Ask a 25-year-old, come on, let's go for cricket or go with your girlfriend. Will you say go for cricket? Go with your boyfriend or go into the, watch a video? What is the choices? No, come on, grow up. A time comes when one sensation becomes very, very strong. Happiness. That is because in food as well as in the physical intimacy, all the five sense organs are working. All the five sense organs. When you are listening to this cuckoo, only listening to the cuckoo. There is no touch, no taste, no smell, no sight. Are you getting that? When you are seeing something, you are not touching it. You are not tasting it. You are not smelling it. But when you are eating food, all the five things are working. You are listening, you are touching, you are seeing the colors, of course tasting various tastes, and fragrance of it. All the five senses are get involved. Same thing in physical intimacy, when you are with somebody. Sound, touch, taste, smell, that is a food and sex become so terrible, so powerful sensation. Long before I know I am the happiness, already I am seduced and overwhelmed and obsessed by these two strong sensations. Other sensations thrown in. Now one day you are tired. Plenty of sex, plenty of food, plenty of everything, man, is useless, nothing happens. I have gone from place to place, man to man, woman to woman, plus to situation to situation. Nothing happens. Then somebody tells you, you are happiness. Listen carefully. When he says, you are happiness, there are two moments. When you are already obsessed with the sensation, if that time somebody tells you, you are happiness, you will laugh. This fool doesn't know anything. Because you are into it. Suppose you are tired of the sensation, somebody says, you are the happiness. Must be because so long I have been experiencing, nothing has happened. Maybe. So you are an adhikari. So you are slowly waking up. Are you getting that point, please? As long as you are into it, right, another stage comes is, you appreciate logically. Yes, any moment of happiness I am with myself. But Swamiji, these impressions are so strong. They are pulling me from all sides. I know I am the happiness, but food, music, perfume, sex, even loving conversation, sounds of various kinds. Can I say it is not there? Because it pulls you, So that is the time the person feels distracted. When a person feels distracted, that is the time comes. So that means chitta asuddhi. That language is as though your mind is obsessed, and therefore if you want to use that word asuddha, meaning impure. Impure, don't please, for God's sake, do not brand yourself. What it means is brings agitation. So even though we are talking the language of absolute stillness and quietude, now I am going through so much agitation. Now, how do I get out of this agitation? Listen carefully. How do I get out of this agitation? Now, first appreciate how did you create the agitation? You create the agitation by repeating the sensation. Right or wrong? Have you seen any child born alcoholic? Born obsessed with honey? Born obsessed with any sensation? There is no such child. By continuously experiencing, repeating it, by continuously repeating that experience, looking for happiness, I have created the obsession. Now you do the same thing. You continuously repeat it, but no more look for happiness, you will be out of it. Ah, super. Are you getting that point, please? Previously, I was eating this sweet. Sweetness is my happiness. If I eat sweet, I am happy. If I eat sweet, I am happy. So now, when somebody says, I am the happiness, yes, it must be true, but the thought, that impression of sweet, pushing me. Sweet, 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 pushing me. Now, how to get out of it? Because it seems to disturb. Okay, you want to get out of this because it seems to prevent you from being with yourself. So what do? Consciously eat a sweet. Previously, you were eating the sweet mindlessly, looking for sensation, looking for happiness. Now you know, sweet cannot give happiness. But then this thought is coming. What to do now? Consciously, chittasya suddhaye karma kuryat. Consciously, for the purification of your mind, you do the action. What action? The same act which has created an obsession. The same act will free you from obsession. You consciously go for coffee. Previously, coffee means my happiness. Happiness is coffee. For some people, happiness is coffee. Happiness is Coca-Cola. Happiness is drugs. Something somewhere. Happiness is food. Happiness is companionship. All right. So that is how we got obsessed. Now what do? Consciously go into that. Same coffee you touch. And observe what is happening inside you. The thought which is bugging you, coffee, 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 coffee. You go consciously for that coffee. When you go consciously, you will discover. Go towards the coffee, your mind will vibe, it will drop. Stop there, don't take coffee. Your mind will say, come on, take, why are you stopping? Go, 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 take it. Go a little more. Again, you'll stop. Go away consciously some other place. Again, the thought will come back. Come on, take the coffee. Where are you going away? Again, you go there. Hold the coffee. And see what is happening inside. Oh, drink. Who is telling you? God is content. God is telling you, right? What can I do? God is always pushing me for coffee, God has nothing else to do. Or another fellow said, devil is pushing me. Devil is pushing you. What nonsense, God and devil. You are the devil, you are the God. If you know yourself, you are God. If you don't know yourself, you are a devil. There is no God and devil. You think the mind is pushing. Oh, what can I do? Mind is pushing me. Mind is pushing you. Mind is pushing you. It's like the car is pulling me. You push speed in the car or car puts speed in you. Come on. Stop blaming the whole universe. It's absolutely innocent universe. You. And that much you fix. Oof. You are the emperor of the creation. You know that? The whole vast universe is for you to enjoy. If you suffer, that is your credit. Understand? So when the thought comes, coffee, now go there, stand there, take it. Now when you take it, thought will go away. Okay, drink it 2-3 times. Now the mind will totally go away. Now you discover, where is your happiness? In coffee cup or when the thought goes away? When the thought goes away, I am with myself. So where is your happiness? In yourself or in coffee? When you see this, This karma, conscious action, brings you chitta suddhi, frees you from agitation. Are you getting that, please? When unconscious action brings you agitation, conscious action frees you from agitation. Are you getting that principle? When unconscious action brings you agitation, obsession, conscious action frees you from agitation, obsession. Are you getting that point clearly? That is why people who are conscious, they are more stable. And they think they don't need any wisdom. That is where they make a mistake. A person who is a little more conscious, understand, there are many intelligent people in the world, totally secular. They don't know anything about themselves, but they feel very comfortable. Why? They are conscious actors. They know where to stop it. Common sense. They know where to stop. They know where to get out. They know where not to get in. They know where to get out. So their life will also be free from conflict. So they think they don't need anything. There shall be moments when be totally miserable. Such people will be very conscious. Secular, successful people will be very conscious when it comes to mega deals, mega problems. Small problem will destroy them. Mega deals they will do wonderfully. They will handle it wonderfully well. Child crying, they will they will be driven nuts. They can handle $100 million deal, but they can't handle the wife crying, the husband sulking, or the child doing something. They can't deal with it. You can see people's lives, how they totally, one little thing. Like Prince Charles, you can be prince of the kingdom. One woman you can't handle. Princess D. And just no reflection on this guys, okay? It was an example. Just an example. You can be President Bill Clinton, but one Monica Lewinsky. Don't say good or bad. Don't say good or bad. Learning to handle. So unconscious action brings you agitation. So you act consciously to get rid of the agitation. Natu vastu upalabdhaye. Absence of agitation is not enlightenment. Yesterday I told you, absence of sound is not silence. The sound is at the level of your speech. I speak, I don't speak. When I don't speak, the words are potential. But silence is beyond my speech or by my not speaking. There is a thought and absence of thought. Absence of thought means thoughts are potential. In consciousness, both the possibilities existing. The thought is there, absence of thought also is there. Both possibilities are existing. You are with yourself all the time. So chittasya suddhaye, are you getting that? Chitta suddhyartham karma. So why should I act in life? For happiness? Or for making your mind free from agitation? It is not for happiness. We do for sustenance, and when you consciously act for sustenance, you shall always be free from agitation. It's an amazing point. Are you getting that? You will be free from agitation. That is why you look at your life. If you are agitated, you are an unconscious actor. It's fantastic. I hope you will see this. You can't make it simpler. Vastu palabdhaye vastu siddhi vicharene nakinchit karma kotivi. Remember this verse for life. Vastu siddhi vicharana. Vastu means atma vastu siddhi. Understanding of yourself is possible by vichara. Inquiring unto yourself, who I am. Koham atma kaha. Who am I? What is the meaning of this word I? Vicharena. Why enquiry? Why? Because what is Atma Jnana? Ignorance of self, absence of enquiry. I don't know. I have not inquired into it. I am taking myself to be all that I have. To see myself as I am, I have to give up my identity with all that I have. Are you getting that? In ignorance, I have taken myself to be what I have. I consider myself who I am is what I have. I have a body, but I say I am the body. I have riches, I say I am rich. I have some thoughts, I say I am thought. Instead of taking what I have to who I am, I must see myself who I am as who I am, and what I have is different. Vastu Siddhi Vicharana. Nakinchit karma kotivi. This Vastu Siddhi, this awareness of yourself will not come by crores of action. And what is that action? It includes every type of action. Secular, religious, you name it. Yajantu devan, bhajantu devata, kurvantu karmani, padhantu sastrani, vadantu sastrani. Let them read anything, let them script anything, let them sing the glory of God, let them do the worship of God, let them do the practices of every kind, yogic practices, secular practices, religious practices. Anything you do, that will not help you to be yourself. Yes, if you are consciously acting, it will help you to counteract previously mindless repetition of the sensation, mindless repetition of activity for gaining the sensation created obsession, agitation. Now, conscious action will free me from agitation. And in that mind, I can see myself as I am with proper vichara, enquiry. Therefore, should you act or not? Act you must to counteract your past impressions. But think you must to be with yourself. So which one is better? Rende venam. Both are needed. Then it will be too much of obsessed with knowledge. Only knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. So that is why you see the perverts. The fellow talks about all Vedanta Upanishad, but you can't see worst jealous fellow, worst disturbed, agitated person. That's a useless fellow. Another person says, no, only karma, karma, karma. So all the time, active, doing something, practice orientation. So considers him very holy because I am doing all these things, but has no sense of his being, never understands himself. Samyak vicharata siddha rajutattva avadharana. Just see how when it comes to ignorance, you have to have the vichara, inquiry. Why? Gives an example. Raju tattva avadharana. When you are walking in the darkness, you suddenly jump from a snake, running away from the snake. Now running away from the snake, now again you go there, you see the snake, you run away. And then what do? You start throwing stones. It is moving, it never dying. The more you throw stones, it is never dying. And you hit it also with a stick, it is jumping from one side to another side. It's not dying. Now what do? You bring in the light. When you bring in the light, what do you discover? It's a rope. Now considering that rope as the snake, what all you do, will that snake disappear? Why? The more you do something about it, the more you confirm the snake is there. That is why when you try to solve a problem which is not there, you continue to have that problem. Are you getting that? When the problem itself doesn't exist, and you are trying to solve the problem. So more you try to solve the problem looks at you. The snake is not there. What are you trying to kill? You are preparing bombs to throw at this snake. Somebody is trying to bring a lathi, stick to throw the snake. Somebody bringing a long weapon to poke it. Now what all you do, you are confirming there is a snake. And that snake will never die. Because if the snake exists, it will die. If the snake is imaginary, imaginary snake you cannot kill. Are you getting that point? When your fear is imaginary, when your desperation is imaginary, when your misery is imaginary, when your bondage is imaginary, you can never ever get rid of it as long as you are trying to solve it. Only one thing you see, just like Rajju Sarpa. You see you bring in the light, and once you see the rope, will you be afraid of snake? When you see the rope, do you feel stupid or enlightened? When you see the rope, what do you say? Man, how did I manage to see the snake? My God, it was like a snake, Suddenly you start laughing and smiling and talking. I was really thinking it was a snake, Have you not seen people? They'll be walking on the beach. Suddenly they see something very bright silver piece. So they look all sides and put it under their foot. Then before, is there anybody looking at it? Because suppose when they pick it up, if the money somebody claims it now, so they don't want anybody to claim it. So slowly they'll bend down and pick it up from under their feet. It is a Coca-Cola bottle cover. How they feel? Enlightened. Now they again look at, did anybody look at me picking up this with so much of care? Then what do? Carry it with you, You throw it and go away. Same thing you do in life. You thought it's all happiness everywhere here. No, there is no happiness in that. Sensations, yes, there are sensations. And sensations are comfortable sensations, uncomfortable sensations, of course they will be there. But don't equate happiness with sensation. If you do that, when you can't have it, you'll be miserable. People kill each other for a sensation, do they not? Why somebody steals your Ferrari? Why the monk sells his Ferrari? Because he couldn't handle it. Somebody purchases it, why? Because he wants to have the thrill. Somebody says there is no happiness in the Ferrari. Somebody says there is happiness in Ferrari. Who is better? One who sells it away, the monk who sells the Ferrari, he sees there is no happiness in the Ferrari. The person who purchases, he sees there is happiness in the Ferrari. Who is the better? Both are stupid. Why? In Ferrari, neither happiness to be thrown away, there is no unhappiness to be thrown away, nor there is happiness to be possessed. Ferrari is Ferrari. Why should you sell it? Why should you dispose it or why should you grab it? Can afford it, have it. Can't afford it, drop it. Choice is yours. What is the problem? Are you getting that point, please? So, Vastu Siddhi Vicharena. What he says is, so when you see the snake comes up, when you see the rope, by what? By vichara. Bringing in the light, same thing also. Nakinchit karma kodi. You cannot kill the snake by any action. More you act on to kill it, more you justify, more you confirm it is existing. The more you try to remove your ignorance by action, more you try to be happy by doing something, you will be confirming that you are unhappy. No, you better think of yourself. Samyak vicharata siddha. Samyak vichara. That is who I am, what is my nature, what is the nature of the creation. With that you shall get. Like Bhrantya udita mahasarpa bhaya dukkha vinasini. Bhrantya udita mahasarpa. because of the Vranti, your Brahma, delusion, projection, in the presence of a rope, where there is a rope, you are seeing a snake. And therefore, bhaya, fear is there, dukkha is there. Fear is there, sorrow is also there. The moment you do the vichara, you see the rope, vinasini, the bhaya goes away, dukkha goes away. No fear, no anxiety. So the fear and anxiety, listen carefully. So the fear and anxiety, is it in the rope? Is it in the snake? It is only in your projection. That is why your projection must stop. Not the rope should go or snake should go. Are you getting that? The creation should not be dismissed. The body should not be dismissed. Your stupidity must be sacrificed. I must know about myself. You understand how beautiful this creation is? If every person fixes up himself, thereafter, oh, marvelous creation. I am happy with myself, you are happy with yourself. Can we stay together? Yes. Cannot? Great. You are not pulling anybody, you are not pushing anybody, you are not destroying anybody. You don't manipulate anybody. Oh, it's a different life. You know what happens. By chance you want to manipulate somebody, you think you are smart. You know the price you have to pay is unimaginable. Because to keep the person manipulated all the time, you should never allow him to grow up. Keeping a living, changing, growing human being away from knowledge is so difficult. One day or other, she or he will find it out. And you are finished. That is, earlier you will help the person to know it is better. Hey, I can't give you happiness. I am the happiness. You too are also happiness. Can you function from that standpoint? Yes, great. Cannot standpoint? Get out. Don't worry about it. Your life becomes absolutely beautiful. People think by manipulating, you are more powerful. No. When you exploit somebody, the other person doesn't know it, you know it. That is why you feel affected. Like when you cheat a person, understand? When you cheat a person, the person doesn't know you are cheating, but you know you are cheating. In a shop, you know you are cheating. The other person doesn't know, he pays the price and goes away. How do you feel? Terrible. Then you justify yourself. After all, I am in the business you have to do this, you know. That is how you justify. Then you slowly extend that business ethics to business ethics or lack of it to your whole life. Your family also becomes a business. You cheat on people. You cheat on your friends. You cheat on everybody. Business ethics, no? You say something, you do something. Business ethics. Why the life has become so troublesome today? Justify, understand. When you exploit somebody, cheat somebody, deceive somebody, you don't know what enormous responsibility you are taking on yourself, because it is you who shall be the first victim of your deception. It comes, you can't handle it. You'll be continuously afraid the other man will find out. It's like you purchase something for 20 rupees, the man goes and purchases for 10 rupees, the fellow returns. You sold me for 20 rupees, this is for 10 rupees, take your things out. In the presence of every customer, he blasts you out. Your whole sanity is gone. Please. That is why see things as it is. You don't have to fix the world. Just one thing about yourself. Bhaya dukkha vinasini. So by vichara, look at yourself. What am I looking for? What, the happiness that I'm looking for, where it is? It is in myself. If you do that, what happens? How will I get it? Can I get it by myself? No, you can see the limitation of everything by yourself. Limitlessness you can't see by yourself. That is the point you take. As a human being, are you getting that? As a human being, you can understand the limitation of everything by yourself. But what is limitlessness, you will not know by yourself. That is why what should you do? Read the next verse. Okay, with that we shall start. Arthasya nischayo drushtah vicharena hitoktitah nasnanena nadanena pranayama satena va arthasya nischaya drushtah vicharena hitoktitah nasnanena nadanena pranayama satena va. So beautiful, these verses you must, these verses you must really keep in your head, write down everywhere. Arthasya nischaya drushta vicharena hitoktitah. Arthasya, this is Atma Vastu. Nischaya drushta. The definite meaning of this word about yourself, you must see the meaning of yourself, who you are, very clearly. Vicharena, by enquiry. Hitoktitah. Hita ukti. Guru uktitah. That is by the Guru and Shastra. The scriptures, the teacher, who reveal that you are the happiness. You are the absolute. Understand? I don't need a teacher. I don't need a scripture. I don't need a religion to tell me I am not the happiness. The religion puts people into trouble because, most theologies, they put people into trouble because that you are nobody, there is a God, you depend on Him. When you are alive, go on worshipping Him. After death, you will go in His presence and look at His face. What a headache. That is religion. And what is the secular thing will say? That when the religion says that you must wait for a God, either pray, worship Him here, and later on you shall go to Him, it clearly establishes that you have no hope. You can never be happy either here or in the hereafter. Only in the hereafter, when you sit down in His presence, you will be happy, or something like that. That means you are not happy. How can you say you are happy? Some people will resist it. The secular thing will not say you are not happiness. He shall say you shall find happiness in other things of the world. Both are distracting activity. Are you getting that point, please? One tells you cannot be happy here. You are not happiness, because there is a God who is controlling everything. Worship Him when you are alive. After death, in His presence you will be happy. If you don't believe in that, you are destroyed forever. That is theology of useless kind. And the secularism will say, secular will not say, secular doesn't believe in God. Nor it has the information that you are the happiness absolute. It provides you thousands of distractions. More money, more wealth, more car, more house, 5-star hotel, 7-star hotel. Now in Dubai there is a 7-star hotel. To visit that you have to pay $100. Forget staying. To visit, $100. To stay, only $5,000, $7,000, $25,000, $100,000 per night. One night, 40 lakhs of rupees. Shall you sleep? Even if somebody gives you that free as a, gift voucher, what shall I do with this? When you're looking at these things, other day I saw one picture of this Brunei King's plane. $120 million is the plane. He has put another $120 million to refurbish to the interior decoration. Solid gold bathtub, solid gold, the bathroom fittings, solid gold. What do you do there? By chance they leave you there, will you throw water in that? Oh, you'll be afraid, because how can I spoil that thing, Beautiful bed, the best crystals, the best chandeliers, the best glasses. Suppose you are left there, what shall you do? You'll be afraid to touch it. If the beds are made so well ready, you say, oh, by chance I disturb it now. You won't sleep. Like two fellows going into a museum. They wanted to see the art pieces. And they saw so many art pieces, suddenly they saw a huge piece of art, pure white, some 10 feet by 20 feet, pure white canvas. But there is one black dot in the center. They saw that, then one fellow tells the other, hey, let's go. He said, why? No, we should go away quickly, man, before they catch us. Why? She is a pure white thing, they may think we have put that black dot there. No, let's go. That is a piece of art. So the secularist gives us distractions of various kinds. Understand? This is where you have to see yourself. Limitation you can appreciate by yourself. But hitoktita, one who knows the truth, Mahapurusha Sansraya, that is why Shastra Guru. I don't need a scripture to tell me I am not happiness. Nor I need a scripture to tell me go on looking for happiness is sensation. Every man by instinct follows it. If we need a scripture, if we need a teacher, they tell me, I am the happiness absolute. Hitoktita. So by that Guru's revelation, you shall receive it. The revelation of the scripture and teacher, they help you to understand yourself. Na snanena, na danena, na pranayama satenava. Other than that revelation, knowledge, you are doing dana, charity of every kind, snana, holy bath, pranayama, holding your nose, and these three stands for every type of action. When you do that, immediately the so-called practical people will jump in. See, this is impractical religion. No, danena, charity has no meaning. Yes, listen carefully. Charity has no meaning. Snanam, so you should be dirty. Pranayama satena, so yoga is cancelled, dismissed. Everything is dismissed. Jnana. What is this nonsense? Hey, for your happiness you don't need to do anything. Again and again tell you, for your sustenance you need everything. And when you are doing dana, the fellow who is defending charity, ask him what type of charity he is doing. Is it for people's sake or for his sake? If you are doing it for your sake, this is not charity, that is business. If you are doing for people's sake, it is wonderful. But the so-called charitable organizations, are they doing it for people's sake? How many people really do it for people's sake? You must ask that question. Don't even be critical of others, think of yourself. How much you do for people's sake and for your sake. Most people do something so that they can be happy. Extension of it is organizations. The so-called charitable organizations, religious missions and organizations, what do? If you come to my mission, I will give it to you. You come to my religion, I will give it to you. So is it charity or business? Religious organizations, religious charities, missionary charities, what do? They collect from everybody. Give it to whom? Their follower. Is it politics or religion? Therefore, danena, sat pranayama, snanena, by so-called holy activities, you are not going to understand yourself only by knowledge. Then why should I act on? Yes, activities for the sake of consciously act on to counteract the obsession, agitation that I had picked up by the unconscious activity. And then I am aware of myself. Okay, so do that. In other words, then, who is the one who shall do that? Next begins adhikari. So therefore I must know myself. All right. So who is the person who should know? Who is the adhikari? We shall see it in the afternoon.